leaving! This is the way it
What's up, guys? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Today I want to talk about some Borderlands 3. This game's fucking awesome. I don't know what else or how else to say it. This game is so much fun. It's probably one of the best games I've played this year. One of the most fun games I've played this year. And I've played a lot of games this year. Now, I played Gears of War 5 or Gears 5 before this, and you know, I kind of said the same things about that game. You know, I talked about the graphics, I talked about the gameplay and how much fun it is. And then it's like, God, game after game, this year's been pretty solid. Like, jumping on this game, and I kind of felt the same way. You know, minus, you know, the graphics. The graphics are not as good as Gears 5, obviously, but the gameplay is there. The gameplay shines. And if you don't know anything about Borderlands, this is a looter shooter. This game centers and revolves around the guns, and there's a variety of different weapons, and you have your skills, and so you're trying to level up. It's an RPG game, and it's done very well. There's an old school feel to this game. There's an old school reward satisfaction feeling in this game that I really like. That, you know, the more you play it, the more fun it gets, the better the experience gets, and by the end of the game, you're pretty much tearing things apart because you're a badass, and you've acquired, you know, a lot of good shit. Now, I did beat the game today, and I beat it at level 39 solo. This game is, you know, I would not recommend this game by yourself, just because it can get really tough, especially if you're not really good at first-person shooters. But, you know, give it a try. I think it's definitely, you know, worth checking out, especially if since you could, you know, lower the difficulty. But this was definitely a challenging game by myself. Especially the boss fights. Like, especially the very last boss fight, man. He was fucking hard. Took me, I think, like 15 minutes to take him down. Super hard, but I like the challenge. I like the challenging games, and especially in these types of games. But yeah, if you don't know anything about Borderlands, it's a looter shooter. You're constantly killing things and trying to acquire better gear, and of course, like I said, the guns. The game revolves around the guns, and I will say this, man: when you find that one gun or that second gun that just completely tears the enemy, it's so satisfying, man. There's a lot of humor in this game. There's a lot of style in this game. It's just a great package. Like the full game, you know, the full package is amazing. There is a time where I was really frustrated because the way this game kind of works is, and it's also a good thing too, but the way this game works is you're constantly kind of dropping gear and picking up new ones. You might be holding on to some stuff for a bit just because they're really good, but you're gonna drop gear and use new stuff constantly, especially if, like, for example, you found a legendary gun and it's level 10 and you were level 10 when you got it, but now you're level 20. You're not really gonna want to use that anymore. You're gonna want a level 20 gun, so you're gonna be dropping stuff and picking up new stuff all the time. And what I really like about that is that you might find a gun, like you might find a shotgun, and you're not really a shotgun kind of guy. But if it's really good, you're gonna use it, and it's gonna kind of encourage you to play more outside of the way you would usually play. And I think that is really awesome. I love when games do that, because, for example, the shotgun is designed for you to play it. And if you never pick up a shotgun, then you're kind of missing out on something that the creators of this game, created. So in a way, that's really cool. That everything is random. The stats are, everything is just you don't know what you're gonna pick up. And sometimes it does suck, because you'll go levels and levels and boss fights, and you won't even find one legendary. And that happened to me. Like, I beat 4 bosses, never got one legendary. I open up like a random chest and I'll get a legendary. It's crazy. But there are other colors that indicate the rarity of the gun and how good it is. So even if you don't get a legendary, like, you're still gonna be okay. Like, you're rocking the blues and the purples that are good as well. But overall, this game has just been so much fun. Like, I can't believe how much fun I've had with this game, because when this game kind of got announced, and I even saw it at PAX West in Seattle when I went, a couple months ago in the summertime. I wasn't super hyped for this game. Like, I play a lot of games, and I'm usually excited for a lot of shit, and I think it's been a great year for video games. Next year is going to be even crazier. Borderlands 3 was not really on my, list of, games that I just can't wait to get my hands on. It was just like, all right, cool, I'll pick up Borderlands 3 when it comes out. But this ended up being, I think, one of my favorite games of the year. Honestly, had a ton of fun with this game. Like I said, I beat it today at level 39. I think I should have done more side quests and kind of got myself a little bit higher level to take on that last boss, but because he definitely kicked my ass. I think he killed me twice, but took him down, got the loot, got the trophy. It's been a great game. It's been a great game. It's been a pretty challenging game. I said I wouldn't touch this game unless I played co-op, and this game is obviously played best probably at co-op, with buddies, 3 other people. But I don't have that luxury all the time. I do play a lot by myself, and so for me to sit here and tell you that this game is so much fun and I played it by myself, only tells you that how much fun this game is, especially if you had like a squad. So I think you guys should definitely check this game out if you haven't already. I think it's definitely worth your time, even if you're new to the franchise. This is the 3rd game in the franchise. The only thing that I will say, the only drawback, and I've said this, and I've shared my opinion, and I've voiced my opinion over this matter on Twitter. The only setback for this game was the performance, especially in the beginning. They have patched a lot of things. The game does feel a little bit more smoother, the frames per second and everything. My only problem with this game was the performance, and when I mean by performance was when you select performance mode over resolution, you're not getting a steady 60 frames per second. It's pretty choppy. It's all over the place actually, and it dips down very low. So that was very, very unfortunate, because this game requires, first of all, any first-person shooter in 2019 has to be 60 frames. Like, I can't believe that, you know, some games out there, like for example, Destiny was 30 frames per second. It's a first-person shooter. Like, it needs to be smooth, and 60 frames is very, very important for a shooter. Now, it wasn't just the frames per second that kind of took a hit. It was also like the menu stuttering, and like when you're switching over from tabs in the menu, just it's weird. It's really weird, because this game requires you to be in and out of the menu all the time. Like, you're constantly switching guns out, you're constantly checking out your gear, your character, your skills, and the fact that, you know, the menu would stutter, and the menu would feel like it would just pause, just was very, very frustrating. And like I said, there's been a lot of patches that have been rolled out, and the game definitely feels a lot smoother. It's still, you know, the frames per second definitely still dip, but it's not as noticeable as when the game first launched. When the game first launched, it was really suffering. But I definitely got to give credit where it's due. I think they definitely have been working on that with the patches, because I've played a couple times where the game is asking me to boot to the menu and install the update. So big kudos to them for that. Now, the performance is not perfect, but it's gotten a lot better. And when the performance got better, I love this game even more. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I stand with this game. Is you know, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys some impressions, some thoughts. What do I feel about this game? It's a ton of fun. If you're on the fence about buying this game, you probably already have this game, and I'm just wasting my time. Because I do not want to do this right now. I don't want to edit. I don't want to talk. I just want to play. Like, this game is really, really hard to kind of pull away from, especially when you're kind of doing quest after quest and you're finding, you know, good shit. You don't want to put this game down. This game is hard to put down. And if a game is hard to put down, in my opinion, if it's addicting, if all I do is think about it when I'm not playing it, to me, that's a great game. And this is a great game. But that's pretty much it, guys. Just kind of wanted to give you my thoughts, my opinions. What do I think about this game? If you have any questions, make sure you leave it down at the bottom in the comments section. And if you like this video, man, give it a thumbs up. If you like this video, let me know. Maybe I can do more of these in the future. But that's pretty much it. Go play Borderlands 3. It's an amazing game. And I hope you guys take it easy. I'll shut up now and let the gameplay speak for itself.
It's time to fight! Crack you open. take you.